Hey guys, if you guys are new here, I'm Braden. Um, Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Today's vlog, it's been asked by a lot of people, so I figured I'd do it. Um, this one's gonna be based on what happened Thursday night. Um, if to the people who are watching this that don't know, uh, we had a football game at Downton. Um, and I went out in the fourth quarter with a severe neck injury. Got carted off. Uh, Squad took me to Akron Children's. Stayed there for over 6+ hours. Came home sore. Um, got a neck brace. Wear it every once in a while. Um, Feels better with it. I broke a wing off my vertebrae. So that's not the best. Um, So I'm out for the season. Who knows? Probably most of basketball season too, if it doesn't heal right. From what he sounded like, the doctor said if it doesn't heal right, surgery could be a possibility with screws. Um, so this is my mom. She was there when it happened. Um, I got a lot of people ask me like you should go around and ask people questions and how it made them feel and what they thought at that time. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask her a couple questions, see how she feels and what she felt during that time. And yeah, so uh, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Ash, Braden's mom.
Um, how did you feel when you saw all this happen? What was running through your head?
My first thought was, okay, get up, Braden. And then you didn't move and didn't move and didn't move, and it really scared me really bad.
All right. What was what was running through your head at that time?
I think I was in shock, and I just wanted you to be okay. I wanted to know what was going on and where you were hurt at and all the things.
Um, when you noticed all the people gathering around me. What was what was going on? What were people in the stands doing? If you saw that,
Everybody was watching you, and they weren't talking. Everybody was completely silent. I think you could have heard a pin drop. Like nobody was talking.
um, what were the? Because I have didn't see them. What did was there any players that? What was players' reactions, cheerleaders' reactions? What was going on with them if you were paying attention? Which
Well, honestly, I was more concerned about you than anything else, so I wasn't paying attention to what other people were doing. But um, talking to people, I know a lot of the kids were upset and scared and um, crying and um, praying that you'd be okay, and that was pretty amazing.
and at the time, I like I said, I'm trying to go from what I remember. I was on offense. What I got told. I thought I was on defense. Made a play. Got hit in the back, but apparently I wasn't. I was on offense. I was running a ball. We ran stretch right, and well, I get the ball on that one obviously, and I quarterbacks here line up, and I run down the sideline, and then I go up. So kind of like a backwards L. Um, when he hit me, um, all I remember is hitting the ground, and I blacked out. Um, I do remember when I woke up, either the first or second time, I don't remember. Um, I heard people asking me a whole bunch of questions. What is my name? What's my number? Where am I at? Who are we playing? And at the time, I had no clue. I was scared. I couldn't feel my legs really much. Um, They proceeded to roll me over, put a backboard under me, or what would you say that was? Because it's kind of like
I
a
forget what
backboard.
it's called, but it's basically like a backboard.
Um,
It hugs your whole body.
um, and put me on the stretcher, carted me off, put me in the squad. Uh, Blacked out again, from what I remember. Uh, Gave me an IV, checked my blood pressure and all that stuff, and all that fun stuff. Um, we proceeded to go to Akron Children's. Um, I was able to wiggle my toes at the time in the squad about 20 minutes into the ride to the hospital. So that was that was very good that I was able to do that. Um, what was your thoughts when they put me in the squad? And
Well, I was glad that Tom was with you, and I was in shock. And I remember shaking because I was so like really shook up. And I was just praying that you were okay. You're gonna be okay.
all right, what was going through if you know her, if grandma, what was going through grandma's head when as she was driving?
She was scared to death. She
Um,
was scared to death.
we got there, and like I said, they took me out, put me in a room. Um, as soon as I got there,
You probably had, I don't know, between 6 and 10 doctors and nurses in there taking care of you right when you got there.
between taking me off, putting me on a bed, uh, checking my blood, my vitals, getting everything set up to what I needed to do and what I was gonna do, and what they were gonna do to figure out what was wrong with me. Um, I went in full pads, everything. They took my face mask off, um, which I don't remember. I think I was out for that. We got there, um, helmet, pads, jersey, pants, and everything. Um, from what I remember is they asked me. I don't know if it was just once or a couple of times, but they asked me, "Are we allowed to cut your jersey?" And I said, "Yes." And at the time,
Oh, honey, they didn't ask you. They told you at the hospital. They had to cut it.
well, all right, then there's that. Um, so they proceeded to cut my jersey. They took my pads off, my helmet off. Pretty much the only thing I had on was my undershirt and my pads, my leg pads. And yeah, so that was that. Um, what was going through your head when I went to go get X-rays and stuff?
I was I was honestly obviously hoping nothing was broke or anything, but I was just praying that if something was wrong, they would find it. And
That's
they
good.
did.
Um, yeah, I took about I don't know how many X-rays and CAT scans and how many
They
6
took
or like
they
4
took
or
around 5 X-rays, and then they did a CAT scan. Since you did break your fifth vertebrae, they wanted to do a CAT scans to make sure they weren't missing anything else because your spinal cord's right. Your spinal cord's right there, and you got to make sure that's protected.
yeah. And like I said, we were there for 6, 7
It was
hours.
a long night.
Got there around 8:30 ish. Each go.
No,
Just for a minute.
guys.
At the time, uh, what were you expecting when we were just sitting there waiting? No doctors, no nothing, just sitting there eating.
Honestly, I was in shock. I didn't really. I was so in shock that I didn't. even grasp how serious it was. And it wasn't till the next morning, waking up, replaying everything that had happened, that I realized I am lucky that you're walking and that you're alive right now.
Um,
And I was very thankful to all of the moms and friends and coaches, everybody that was praying and checking on you. And I mean, our community was one in that moment, and that was really special.
yeah, and at the time, I didn't have my phone or anything. Once we got there and everything, he's gonna bite you. Don't. Anyway,
We're almost done, Kate.
at during that time period of just sitting there in the hospital, um, just laying down, um, it was very boring. Just sitting in the bed waiting, no doctors, no nothing. Literally, the only fun part about when I was able to like move and stuff was probably getting X-rays and CAT scans and all that fun stuff. Um, was it a CAT scan or a CT scans or what?
That's the same thing. Yeah.
Um, and I asked, it was either you or grandma. I think you both went out to get my phone, and I opened it and I had over 200 messages. Um, on my messages, I had a couple saying like, "Hey, what's wrong? You okay?" It meant a lot to me. I don't know if I broke out or not. Um,
A lot of people were worried for you and praying for you.
yeah, I opened Snapchat and I had about 30 plus messages of just people putting me on their story, prayers and pray for this, pray for him, and hope he gets better. And uh, yeah, like our cheerleaders, they have a TikTok account, NMS Cheer. Um, go follow that. Um, they made a they made a video about it was God is great, and then it was a couple miracle things and all that fun stuff, and they posted that for me, tagged me and everything. I put it on my Instagram. My Instagram. If you guys quit messing with that, sit right there. Sit right there. Sit right there. You don't have anything on. Um,
Just got out of the bathroom.
so at the time, uh, really just opening messages and all that. Um, once I think it was the next morning, uh, or something like that. I put on my Instagram story and Facebook of people like just saying, I'm grateful for this and all your guys' prayers. Um, glad, like she said, glad to be walking. Um, not so much the dead part because I don't think I could have died from that. Well, I could have. I just don't understand it that much. The walking part, I understand, but the dying part, I really don't. Um,
If your spinal cord gets injured badly enough, it could kill you.
all right. Make sure to go follow my Instagram, farmer dash 4755. Um, yeah, like I said, I'm thankful for all of the prayers and um, glad to be moving up and moving. Um, yeah, so hopefully I'll be ready to go for a little bit of basketball season. Get on the court, play some ball. Uh, So at this point, it's just kind of still praying and hopefully it grows right back to normal and that that's that. So, anything you'd like to close up on?
Yeah, we get to see a neurosurgeon in 2 weeks to see what the next steps are, and so we can be praying for that, that it goes smoothly, and the doctors have wisdom on what to do. Um, keep you safe, no more neck injuries, and yeah, we're really thankful for everybody that was praying and thinking of Braden.
All right, now while you're here, bub, what was going through your head?
I was just coming over here since I
KG,
I
what
was
when
done.
Braden got hurt, what were you thinking?
was thinking of when Baden was feeling better, we'd play cats.
Aw,
Play
that's really
Yeah,
football?
sweet.
yeah. Play
Were you
football with
scared
him.
for Braden?
Yeah,
Yeah. Did you pray for him?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, Baden, go beat up all of the boys.
No.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.